Hello, everyone. I wanted to, actually, I was kind of nudged to do this video after spending many hours this morning. I woke up feeling great and a lot of gratitude. Had an amazing day yesterday, and something shifted this morning and in the energy. So I do feel grateful that I'm at a place where it's not so much outside forces, sources, and people that trigger deep emotions to come up in me, but just that I can feel the energy and allow whatever is meant to come up come up for me. And I was feeling a lot and really sat with what was coming up, and I was shown again a big chunk of my journey. It was like having a life review over again, and to see where I've come from where I've been, and to honor both the darkness, the darker times in me, which are also sacred, as well as the lighter aspects of me, which are sacred. And then I'm titling this video Divine Love. How do you know? This is something that is an essence within each and every one of us. But I've come to realize, and I was reminded this morning, that you don't typically get to experience or feel that fully until you get cracked open to feel the pain, the true pain internally. And that's exactly what my journey was. So all of us humans, we use the word love, and we do. I love a puppy, a kitten. I love a massage. I do. I love my family. I love my friends. I love my life. Yet it's not until you actually reach the point of the depths of your pain, to the point where it's a death of a lot of aspects of self that have been masking over the depths of the pain. And I'm speaking about this because of Chiron, and Chiron moving into its exact conjunction to the North Node tomorrow. Feeling this very deeply today. How unconsciously we escape really getting to the depths of our pain until it is forced upon us. And that's exactly the experience that I had, and I did not know I did not know what I was missing until I was brought to my knees. I was brought to the depth of my pain. And I have had many experiences of abuse, both physical, psychological, mental, emotional, many deaths. I've had my own run with addictions. I've had my own run with escapism. And eventually life brings you to a point where, you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape yourself. And I feel like that's what the collective is experiencing right now. Varying degrees of many, but in essence, we're all feeling this energy. So one of the reasons why I'm a little skeptical I didn't go live is because this topic that I'm about to speak of is very personal for me. But I know that I'm not the only one that's had these experiences that I'm about to talk about. And so I know that it'll be helpful for many. And for others, I may lose. I may lose some people. I may lose some subscribers, and I'm okay with that. I did write a few things down in case I was going to like get on a tangent with something. But I wrote The Emperor is Reborn. And let me explain to you, because I have 3 cards here. I have the Emperor, I have the Hierophant, and then the King of Cups. This is part of my journey that I'm fully aware of. The old me, the old emperor in me, the part of me that knew that I had some powerful energy or force internally, but I did not know how to use it. And so I used it the way I was taught by my father and by witnessing others through childhood. And so I knew that I had certain levels of energy or power that could be intimidating to people. And I didn't use it all the time, but when it was necessary, I used it like a boss. I knew how to play my cards. And I was very proud of that. That was ego. If you cross me, you're going to be really sorry kind of energy. You will feel it. You will pay. And that's not the emperor in me now. Because the emperor in me now recognizes through the journey of being cracked open and experiencing true divine love through the depths of extreme pain and a death of the old emperor. The old emperor who knew how to play her cards. The old emperor who knew her power and knew that through words, through actions, I could get my point across, and I could also get what I wanted, mostly, if I'm honest. This emperor has changed. This emperor has new clothes in me. Through my journey of self-discovery, but most importantly, through my journey of going and burning down to the ground this old emperor, and through those ashes rising up anew. Because the true power in me is love, empathy, compassion for others. See, I've always been able to see where people are at. And as a Scorpio, that's a very dangerous thing to play with, that knowing. And again, I didn't use it very often. I considered myself a good person. But every so often, certain characters, certain players would come in and test me. And that old emperor would come out. I knew what to say. I knew what to do. I knew where they were. And I knew where to hit, where they would leave me alone. I don't need to do that anymore. And that's actually not a strength. That was playing on my own character weaknesses. It's truly the compassion, the caring, the love, the deep love that I actually have and I've found for myself and for humanity, for life itself. I see where we're going. I see where people are, where they are, and I try to meet them where they are with my heart. And that has put me on a new path in life that has opened up to experiencing even more divine love, true, the depths of the love that open up internally once you've really felt the deep pain is undescribable. It's something, it's an essence we're born with, yet it's not fully open until we hit our rock bottom and we burn away all of the parts and all of the aspects of us that have tried to keep us feeling okay. I have deep abandonment wounds from childhood. And I've had many others come into my life after moving beyond the abandonment wounds of my initial mother-father wound. So, and I guess I can talk about this. I feel like my mother's okay with this. My father was an alcoholic. We'll start with him. And taking away his journey, myself as a child, I neglected to feel truly the feelings of abandonment, that he chose alcohol over me. Because there's another aspect of me and my empathy and my psychic senses that knew that he didn't have a choice. He was on his own path, making excuses for him, which are true, but neglecting my own experience and my feelings there. My mother, and this is a long time ago, married a man, a stepfather of mine, who was very abusive to me, and she always chose his side. Again, feeling abandoned, feeling as if someone or something else was always chosen over me. And I have to really look at that truthfully, not as a victim, but how that has played out in my life from that time on. I've had others. I've had many others in my life that have come into my life, made an impact, and then chose either a substance or another person over the relationship with me. And I would just keep going, keep moving, not really going to the depths of my true feelings. Thinking I did, all right, cried, feel it, and move on. And it wasn't until I had an experience with a man, it's been many years now, but it was different. And I always questioned why. Why did this one person have such a strong impact on me and change my life so deeply? What was different about him than all the others who had abandoned me or triggered that deep wound in me? And it finally, the answer came to me this morning. And I had to sit and cry with it too. It's not necessarily the person per se, but it was the timing. It was the timing of the astrology. It was the timing of where I was in my life. I was at a place where I egoically felt like I was at an all-time high, the height of my career, the height of my my physicality, the height of everything. Yet that was all a mask, hiding the depths of the abandonment wound, the pain that I had internally. So when this man activated me, or was the catalyst to my activation, for many years I thought that there's got to be something really special about this person, that it wasn't my son's father, it wasn't my father, like all these other key people in my life, they did not have that impact on me, but this one person in a very small amount of time deeply cracked me open and then deeply hurt me. But he didn't, so that was the perception then. I was finally at a point in my life, energetically, where I was ready to actually go to rock bottom, to the depths. But before you go to the depths, the universe will usually bring in a certain soul, and we're signed up for this, a certain person, a certain key player, to crack your heart open to that divine love that feels so familiar, resonant. That's that feeling. I've known you before. And most likely, yeah, we have probably in another lifetime, but I've known you before. I've known this feeling. This feeling is of home. And it is very addictive. And it is very otherworldly. For me, it opened up all of my psychic senses. It opened me up so I could feel. I didn't realize I wasn't really fully feeling. I wasn't feeling the love that I had for my family, my friends, my loved ones, myself, until I got cracked open by a catalyst, by another person. And then what happened? He abandoned me. Yeah, I can laugh about it now, but you want to talk about deep wounding, because at that point, I felt my connection with spirit. I felt my connection with myself. And I felt like I was suddenly dropped away from source, God, universe. Nobody cares about me, not even God. That depth of pain took me on a journey of self-discovery. It's important to allow yourself to be cracked open to feeling it all. And the universe is, the way it works when we're open to feeling is that we will be given this deep love, followed by a period of time of, okay, now it's time to really address your pain. And when you do, you find a deeper love for yourself, and the universe brings in more love and harmony. And it's a wave, it's a dance. Because we have multiple, that was only one wound I'm talking about. There were multiple others that I've discovered that I didn't even realize were still hiding from me. I knew they were there, but I didn't know the depth of that pain, is what I'm trying to say. And I think the reason why we get cracked open from the heart with divine love, our heart's essence, is so that we have that ability to feel all of the spectrum of emotions that are our divine nature. It allows us to truly feel life alive and the true divine love. Because the word love throughout humanity is very distorted, as is many things. But I'm telling you, I thought I had great love before. I didn't know what I was missing. And I'm happy to say that I'm able to keep this divine love with me all the time. And sure, I have my ups and downs too. But my life is completely different than it ever has been before this experience. Now, I went through periods of time, years, energetically and emotionally and mentally putting this other person on some form of spiritual pedestal. There's got to be something mystical, magical about him. I need to know. I got to know. Is this twin flame? What is this? I can't escape it. It's constantly with me. I constantly hear him. I constantly feel him. And that's because the journey of healing isn't over yet. And when your catalyst opens you up, you carry that energy with you, the light and the dark. But don't put anybody on the pedestal, truly. This is about you. It always is. It always has been. This is where I feel like I may lose some people. But I say this with love in my heart because I know the journey and I know the pain. Well, first of all, don't waste your time waiting for another to come back around. Do the work. Allow yourself to feel it all. Go into the pain. Go into the love. Go into it all. If anybody wants a twin flame or any kind of divine love, I don't know what people are calling it these days, reading from me, I'd be happy to do that. But I want you to know that I would like for you to be at a place of healing to hear the truth. Because these relationships also act not only as a catalyst, but a direct mirror, a direct reflection to the deep pain that you may have felt, but you didn't feel the depths of it. You didn't burn it down to ashes and rise up out of it. And that's the difference. I'm on this journey too. And I'm not here to say there's not going to be any kind of reunion. I know a lot of people are going through a lot of changes right now. A lot. I feel it and I witness it all the time. I don't know. And I'm not given this information and I don't ask for it much. Every now and then when I'm given signs, I'm like, what does this mean? But I can sense a feeling of something turning, something changing, something evolving big time in the collective. I can sense that there are others who have started to wake up and then ran from that because they saw where they had to go first, the deep pain, and were like, I'm going back into old familiar. Well, those people are really getting another rude awakening now from spirit. And so who's to say? I don't know. But I do know that when people approach me and want to know, am I going to be getting back together with this person? Know that you're still holding on to an attachment of needing. I need this other person to complete me. And no, that is not how it goes at all. It is meant for you to get to know yourself, love yourself, need yourself to complete yourself fully, truthfully. Don't let the ego fool you. I love myself. Don't spiritually bypass. Let me just raise my vibration and light and love and he'll come back or she'll come back. It doesn't work that way. We are getting to a level of spiritual maturity, getting to a level of self-love so that we can reflect that King of Cups, compassion, empathy, and love for all mankind. Easier said than done. But trust me when I say, when you can get to a point of that, your life will change dramatically. And you'll find yourself not even really wondering if this person's going to come back or not. Because life opens up to so much more. There's so much more out there. I'm on the journey as well. The difference is that I've moved past and beyond the waiting, the blaming, the bitterness, the anger, the shaming, myself and the other. And it's been a few years. I had moved into actual full gratitude for having the experience because I am constantly shown or reflecting back to where I was before that and where I was heading was going to be a disaster zone. for me, and I might not have physically made it through. So in essence, I have thanked this person for saving my life. He probably has no idea what I'm talking about, and that's okay. It came from the depths of my heart, and that is truth. That is true divine love also. So I wanted to share this with many of you because I do know that the energy, what's working within the collective, and there's a lot going on with Mars and Venus right now. They are forming a conjunction, masculine and feminine energies, within as well as without, and things are transforming, things are changing. And many who have gone through the trenches, gone through the depth, gone into their pain, and risen out with a newfound love for self, for life, for all others, that divine love that you cannot even, there's no words for it. It takes your breath away like a sunset. When you get to that stage, you're just not even waiting for anything. You're open to receiving whatever comes next. And that's a beautiful thing. So I wanted to share that all with you at this time, as I know where we are collectively, energetically, is what I was saying. And I'm sending you all out so much love. And truly, if there is any of you out there who are on this journey, as I was describing, being catalyzed by another, and it opens up all of your, once it opens your heart up and your chakras and your feelings, all of your senses start to open up, and you have many intense feelings, emotions, and experiences that are hard to describe, and most people will look at you like, what? I understand. And I've been there, and I'm on this journey too. So if you do need help, if you do need a reading, if you do need support, reach out. My website is below, BeTheChange333.com. I will continue to do these types of videos as well. This channel's getting mixed up. It's whatever I feel called to do. Whether it be reading tarot or just speaking about my experiences, speaking about the current energies. And usually when I talk about the current energies, I will throw in my own personal experiences because that's the best way for me to describe it or explain it. So much love to you all. Thank you all for joining me. Love you. Bye.